Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Technofiber, the official racket, string, bag, and accessory of the ATP World Tour. Well, Bernard Tomic is at it again. This time he admits that he's amazed what he's achieved without really trying. In a candid interview with Australia's Channel 7 network, Bernie says he hasn't really tried and achieved all of this, so it's just amazing what he's done. Well, Bernie says throughout his career he's given 100% and he's also given 30%. But he says if you balance it out, he thinks his career's been around 50%. Well, the world number 73 came under fire at Wimbledon for saying he was bored during his first round loss, in which he called for a medical timeout, even though he later admitted he wasn't actually injured. Bernie has suffered 9 first-round losses this season and admits he will never love tennis. He considers it a job. His nickname is Tomic the Tank Engine, but he's denied intentionally tanking matches. He says he loses focus, but he doesn't tank. He says he just gets disappointed in himself and he gets very angry. He forgets what the score is and who he's playing, and he just thinks about different things, even though he's on the tennis court. Well, Tomic also ripped Aussie icon Patrick Rafter as a fake in his interview with the Channel 7 network. He says, "Pat has said a lot of bad things about me. He's always perceived as this nice guy, but people don't know him behind closed doors. He's not that much of a nice guy. He just likes to put on a show." Well, Hall of Famer Patrick Rafter resigned his post as Tennis Australia's Director of High Performance last February, amid reports of ongoing feuds with Bernie Tomic and his family. Now, you may recall that Tomic mocked Rafter as a puppet who doesn't know what he's doing during a Wimbledon press conference a couple of years ago.
Giving Pat a salary, it's like saying, here Pat, here's a salary, do something. He doesn't know what he's doing. They're giving him a budget that he doesn't know what he's doing. What's his job? Deal with it, Pat. Yeah, you're the mask. He's a mask for these guys, Craig and Steve. They don't want to deal with this. They give it to Pat. You do the work. You take care of this and that and that. He doesn't know what he's doing.
In an interview with Australia FM radio, Rafter took the high road. He says he doesn't want to bash Bernie. Rafter says his inability to connect with Tomic and with Nick Kyrgios prompted him to resign as Australia's Davis Cup captain. He says they just could not relate to each other. In other news, Alexander Zverev has hired a new coach, former world number 1 Juan Carlos Ferrero. The 2003 French Open champion was the last Spanish man to win Paris before Rafa's record run. Juan Carlos is already putting in the hard yards with Alexander in training. It'll be fun to see how that works out. And now for some picks from social media this week. Nike stars Rafa Nadal and Grigor Dimitrov put in some heavy training together at the Rafa Nadal Academy. Porsche endorser Maria Sharapova posed with a vintage model. Here's Dominika Sibylkova and friends enjoying a day on the water. Angelique Kerber looking super cool in a photo campaign for Rolex. Andy Murray not at all pleased with the outfit his physio made him wear for rehab in the pool. Poor guy. It was ladies' night at the men's tournament in Atlanta, where Venus Williams and Jeannie Bouchard drew a crowd for their exhibition at the BB&T Atlanta Open. We'll see you next time.